Hey guys, it is me, Ty. I'm coming back to you guys. It's been a long time. Um, but I'm coming back to you guys with an update from my VSG surgery that I did on December 7th of 2018. I was coming back. I don't come every week. So I did want to follow up with you guys and kind of tell you what's been happening so far, my trials and tribulations. Let me just run down the stats of when I started this whole journey and where I'm at now. Um, and just some things I've been going through, what I've noticed. Of course, I welcome all positivity, any positive, helpful suggestions or tips, or if I help you guys in your journey, I'm happy about that also. Or if you haven't crossed over into the journey, and I can't really move my phone. I'm sorry, you guys, because I am charging my phone while I'm recording because I need to do this now or I will absolutely forget. But my phone, ironically, is going dead. So the angles are a little weird. So, anywho, um, stats. So I started this whole process April 27th of last year. And when I say started the whole process, that means that I went to my first weight loss class to qualify even for the surgery. At that time, I started out at 400. Let me just say before I start this as well, prior to me going to the weight loss class, I had already lost weight. So let me give you those numbers. My highest weight ever tipped the scales, I believe, at 509. And just to let you guys know, I am 5'10 and a half, so I am on the taller side. But my highest weight ever was 509. But through time and after having my son and being busy and things like that, I did lose some weight. So my starting weight for the surgery actually last year, April 27th, was 400. I had my surgery date was December 7th. I keep thinking 4th, but December 7th of 2018. At that time, I was 358. And so I am currently 22 weeks post-op, and that's with me rounding up. So I'm like 5 months, five and like a week and a half out, but 22 weeks. And so right now my current weight is 295. I'm out of the three, shouted. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I have not weighed to anything since I was definitely a preteen. So I don't know. It's a good feeling. I wanted just to tell you guys, I decided, and I know I mentioned this earlier, but I decided that I wasn't going to do like every week checkups or check-ins to tell you how I was going after the crucial stage, which was when I first got out, when I was on the liquid foods and the puree foods. I felt like that was the most crucial stage because that's when you're just adjusting to your new sleeve or your new belly. The food, I mean, the liquid diet prior to the surgery is serious. But what I've noticed is a lot of people cheat on that liquid diet. And so, and you still have your regular stomach. So when you have a new stomach, you cheat. But, you kind of got effects now. So I wanted to track that. So long story short, it look like I look like a man. Need some earrings on. But, yeah, I just wanted to track that and kind of get you guys, show you guys what's going on. And so sidebar, before I go into anything, I just want to say that I am not an expert in anything besides myself, and I'm kind of not an expert in myself yet. I'm actually learning myself. This whole process is a new process to learning and getting to know yourself and your true self. And I'll get into that. But I'm not an expert at anything. Not a nutritionist. I'm just a schmegular, degular person trying to, you know, live a better life, or you know, things of that sort. Just strive for greatness. You know, at this point, just strive for greatness. That's all we're doing. So, first things first. Let me just get all of the positive things out of the way. It's a lot of positive things. Let me just start off by saying this. I feel great. I feel great in the sense of like I just feel good. You know what I mean? I feel good. Mentally, we're working, and I'll get into that. We're working on things, but overall, as a person and just in this moment, I feel awesome. So let me give you a non-scale victory, you guys. Non-scale victory for you guys is that I am able now to buy Victoria's Secret. Yes, Victoria's Secret, honey. And when I say Victoria's Secret, I mean the real underwear. Yeah, I can go in there and buy a thong, buy some panties. And that's a good feeling. Like, so it don't matter. Like, for me, that's cool because I personally think that my weight loss is rather slow. Other people think different. But, and I'll talk about that too. But regardless of what the scale says, the non-scale victories are really what takes you for the top. And so, with that being said, I'm happy about that. So, Victoria's Secret, yay. It's a gift and a curse because that means you spend more money. But, you know, that's definitely a non-scale victory. Before, I wouldn't even entertain it. I would only go on Victoria's Secret to buy the pink accessories, which is the makeup or lip balm or sprays or lotions or the keychains. Anything that weren't clothes, I was buying pretty much. Now I can buy the underwear. So that's cool. I guess this would lead into the next thing I've noticed. This is not so much of a non-scale victory, but it's kind of great. So what I've noticed is that now that initially when I started this process last year, I was in a 26. By the 26, I could fit a 28, but my comfortable spot was a 26. 3X. Now I am in a 2X. I get 2X's just because I want to be sure, because I don't know about anybody else, but when you lose weight in your head, you still imagine you're a big person or you're a bigger person still. You still have that mindset. So regardless of like what your body looks like or whatever the case may be, you're still in that moment of I'm still a bigger person. So yeah, I still buy 2X's. I can fit them, but they are baggy. Like, it's not extremely baggy, but like I could totally go down to one size. But you know, stuff nowadays have so much stretch and things in it that it's hard to kind of tell your actual size. So I kind of play. I'm not a dressing room type person. I will to kill time if I have to, but I'm totally gonna eye it and place it by me, and then if I can fit it, I can fit it. If I can't, I can't. I'm not gonna spend all day in the dressing room. I'm just not one of those type. I probably should, because I find myself taking stuff back a lot. I probably should, but I don't. So yeah, I say that to say, I find myself, my clothes are cheaper now. Like, you know, I can go into Forever 21 and Rainbow and H&M, and I find those to be cheaper clothes because, you know, coming from a wave where I come from Lane Bryant, which, you know, a pair of jeans in there, one's on sale, $40, and that's the sale price. I come from Tort, you know, a shirt. I bought a cardigan. out of Torrid, some sunglasses, and some earrings. And I paid $90. No, I don't even think I bought earrings. I bought a cardigan and some sunglasses, and I paid $90. So I say that to say that from H&M or from Rainbow or for Forever 21, I can buy a whole outfit for $60, and that's including sandals. Like, probably 40. So I say that just to say, that is definitely a non-scale victory or a perk, but at the same time, it just costs money. I definitely need a GoFundMe page to supplement my new wardrobe. Yeah, so I have not gotten into the extra skin yet. I know you guys can't really see. The only extra skin I really do have is my arms. My arms was always the problem area though. And they'll always be. That was the problem area for me. My, I don't know, you can't see because again, my phone is on the charger. Everything else is okay. I mean, it's hard to tell. Like I said, my phone is on the charger right now. So it's hard to show you the real deal Holyfield. You can see my arms, of course. But, man, with that being said, some things I've noticed so far in this surgery. I've noticed prior to the surgery, a lot of people say change. I just hear change a lot, that the people around you will change, that the people that you will change. I just hear change. So let me give you my opinion or my synopsis on this. So people around you change, and it's almost like you live in a new reality now. And I think this will go for the people who get this surgery that are around people a lot. If you are like a housewife, or I'm not even going to say a housewife or a single mother because I'm a single mother, but I would say if you, sorry you guys, if you are around people a lot, women a lot, family a lot, or just the general population, and maybe you're around them group of people all the time, you are definitely going to notice how people treat you and change. So the thing about it is, what you're going to experience, or what you do experience, if anybody has went through this, what you're going to experience is dealing subconsciously with other people's shit. Excuse my language. I'm not trying to get paid for YouTube, so it's okay if I don't get a like or nothing, but I'm just being honest. You're going to be dealing with other people's shit. What I have noticed on my journey is that I get a lot of compliments and things of the sort, but a lot of the compliments or reactions I get are based off of how other people feel about themselves. It don't even got nothing to do with me. I mean, it does, because whatever, I triggered something for them, but I didn't intentionally do it. I just am here. I'll give you an example. So, all right, so I work for my city where I live at. I work for Baltimore City. And, in my department, I work with a lot of females. I would say the ratio between male and female at my job is, I would say, about 80%, really 95%. 95% women and the 5% guys. I can really count on both hands, maybe one hand, how many males work in my department. So with that being said, through my process up until the surgery, I was very transparent. meaning when I was going to my meetings, when I was going to my meeting or my classes for the surgery, even prior to that, when I went plant-based and when I did the liquid diet, I was very transparent. Like, I wasn't hiding anything, even up to the surgery. So, I'm sorry, guys. I got up early, but I was very transparent. And at that time, nobody was really. I mean, I think because I was so transparent at the time, nobody was really checking for me. They were curious, but they weren't really worried about me. They probably was saying stuff behind my back. I'm sure some of them did. We're human, and that's what humans do. So, after the surgery, and I came back, and I guess those people who saw it before and after me, and you know, and how I move, they started to pay attention. But they only started to pay attention when the weight came off, when the weight was starting to come off. Like, and I don't know for anybody who had the surgery already or whatever the case may be, as you start losing weight, your body starts changing. Like, and I'll say me, like, even for me, like when I was a bigger, my butt, I'm bottom heavy, but my butt is starting to turn to look normal. Like, little things, that's why inches matter. Like, because little things like the shape of certain things and how stuff drops or falls, that all is taken in by your inches. So anyway, um my body's literally starting to change, you know what I'm saying? And people can see it. Like, you can see, especially since I work a place 5 days a week, you're gonna see it. Okay, I'm dragging on. But the point I'm trying to make here is that these people who saw me before the surgery and I was transparent, and after the surgery, now, they police a lot. Like, any food I eat or anything, I drink cold pressed drinks. And I think I mentioned that in my other video. I do a lot of juicing. Or I don't do a lot of juicing. I buy juices. So it's a juice. And it's actually from 7-Eleven. It's called a cold pressed drink. It's like 160 calories a bottle. But so what it contains is spinach, kale, lime, mint, cucumber. I think I'm missing something in here, but anyway, that's a cleanse drink, and it's no sugar added. It's literally only that. Okay, so and I think it's strawberries or something in there too. I drink it every day. It's cool. It's great. Anyway, like, I not eat skinny popcorn, but I say that to say that people who have saw me through this journey, they police me, they get curious, and females, they help. I won't say they hate, because I don't think anyone hates me, but here's the thing: a lot of people have insecurities. A lot of people, based off their insecurities, form opinions about you. So I guess before the surgery, I guess I've heard it, and I'm speaking based off of what someone else told me. I've always been a pretty girl, right? You're a big pretty girl. You're a very attractive female. But I think, and this is with the fat shaming and how people treat you when you're smaller and bigger, I think that I was counted out. I mean, not deliberately. Nobody ever, like, black sheep me, I guess. Am I making my own phrase up here? I don't know. Nobody ever black sheep me or said, you can't do this because you look this way, or, I never experienced that type of, but subconsciously, now that I'm getting to the other side and seeing how reactions are, I'm like, well, damn, how did you feel before? Okay. So people police me now about food. People say things like, girl, you coming down. You getting smaller than me, girl. You going don't worry, don't. And so that's another thing. Before I had the surgery, because again, like I said, I'm taller. So my weight, even though I'm 295 right now, I don't look 295. You know what I mean? I'm sure I probably look like 240. And that's because I'm taller. Well, anyway, I say that to say, when I was heavier, everybody was like, well, you don't need to lose weight. You pretty. You know, you carry it different. You're different. You don't want to da-da-da, you know. And now that I'm losing weight, now people are like, you don't want to lose too much weight. You don't want da-da-da. But at the same time, you watch me every day. You know, you know. And when I say they watch me, I'm telling you, they watch me. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could tell you the last time. If I wore a pair of pants Monday that were green, 2 weeks later, I bet you they can tell me when I wore them pants again, or what color I wore the next week, the next Monday, because they watch. And so, you know, a lot of this that you're gonna experience, and what I've noticed is you have to take it with a grain of salt. And just say thank you. I was telling my friends, it was getting to a point that I was running out of things to say besides thank you, because sometimes people were going in like, you look good, you know, you say thank you and I appreciate it. No, I mean, you really look good. Like, you did it. And so, you know, that is a hard thing after the surgery, and maybe it's just me. But that was a hard thing to digest, because it was just like, you know, to me, you guys, I see myself as I mean, I can see my collarbones and stuff. I get it. But through my sockets, I still see a 400-pound person. Like, you know, I feel, not I see, I feel like that. So even though stuff is gradually changing or slowly changing, I still feel like the person I've always was. So, you know, when people stop me or blow it out proportion, sometimes it can be overwhelming, because mentally I still feel the same. That's just how it goes. So, what I've noticed is, also, I was very transparent before with the surgery, prior to getting it, and now I don't say anything. So now, I take the train to work, and the bus and things like that to work. And what you'll find when you do things like that is you'll see people that you see every day, because they're going to work like you. So when I say that, I mean, like, I just see the same, just like at work, I see the same people going to work just like me every day. And so, believe it or not, they see my progress and journey, and a lot of them don't know what's going on, but it's a couple of them that say, excuse me, you look really good. You're doing good. I see you coming down really good. You losing some weight. I mean, you're really losing weight. And so, you know, it's always a I thank you. What I don't do, and I had a friend say, so what, you ashamed of the surgery? No. But what I do know is that when you get into this brim or this world of gastric and sleeve, it's a whole new world. And people who had the surgery understand what I'm saying, and people that are prepping for the surgery, you kind of understand what I'm saying. This is a whole new world. So what I mean is, a lot of the myths and misconceptions and things like that you had for the surgery, once you get into it and do it for yourself, it's a different situation. And I say all of that to say, I'm learning that not saying nothing is all you need. And so here's a gag. I'm a non-confrontational person, not saying that I have to bump heads with anybody, but at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't have to, I just don't want to leave room for me to explain myself, because I'm not. I really don't want to explain myself. So what happens is, when I tell somebody I had weight loss surgery, they don't, you know, everybody got mixed feelings about it. Everybody's not educated on it. And so what happens is, if I was to just tell, hey, I got the surgery. Hey, I got the surgery. I got the surgery. You know what I'm saying? It would open a door or Pandora's box for negative comments. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not the one that you should be doing negative comments with, because I'm too snappy. Like, it's just the people around me, that's close to me, that's in my immediate life, know if I was to be out in public and was to have a conversation longer enough with someone, to where as though we're talking about something like that, I may disclose to you that I did have the surgery. But I'm just not gonna come out and say, yeah, I was asleep, just because, again, people are ignorant to their own health. Let's just get that out the way. Like, and I knew that from a while back. Anytime I would tell somebody I'm going to the doctors and they say, for what, you sick? Or, ooh, let me find out you got something. And I'm just like, no. It's just like when you go every 6 to 8 months to get your teeth cleaned. I'm just going because that's what you're supposed to do. Like, keep up on your health. So I say all of that to say that I got to a point where I did not want to conversate about that anymore. So now when people say, you look good, I see you lost weight, I say thank you. And if they ever ask what I am doing, I say calorie counting, because at the end of the day, I'm not lying. So that's another thing. So a lot of people think that when you get this surgery, it is the golden ticket to whatever. No, it's not. It's not a golden ticket. I mean, it helps. It is a tool. 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 It helps with whatever path or journey you're already on. It does sometimes remind you, hey, chill out, restriction, but you still have to put in the work. I still put in my fitness pal, because here's the thing. And I just said I was going to get into this. People, when you tell people you have surgery, it's kind of like you put this pressure on yourself. These people expect you to perform because you laid across the table and you took half of a body part out of you, or rerouted some organs inside of you, so you can ultimately lose weight, right? So this is considered a major surgery. So anytime you do a major surgery, or if someone knows you're going into surgery for weight loss, wouldn't it be crazy to not lose weight? I mean, granted, you're not thinking about other people, but I'm just saying, we're not going to front and say that a lot of y'all didn't do this for vain reasons, like how you look. I mean, because shit, to a certain extent, I did too. But my reason for going into this was a whole different wave than I'm sure other people is, because a lot of the stuff with the VSG and gastric bypass, before I even did it, I was against. Like, again, prior to this, I was plant-based, and I went eventually into pescatarian. So when they were telling me to eat eggs and chicken, I'm like, oh no. And I paid for it. As a matter of fact, you guys, what I just ate wasn't the best choice. But I'm going to just tell you, this morning, I gave my son is 7, I gave him a hot dog for lunch and some chips. Just something quick to whatever. And I don't eat that. Like, I haven't been eating it, but lately I've been testing the ropes, because I notice, sometimes when you're not eating meat, or you're taking the focus off of meat, you can pick up more in carbs. So long story short, I ate a hot dog, a cut up hot dog. I cut it up into fine pieces and ate it like I was 3. One little regular schmegular hot dog, and look, I ate that this morning for breakfast. Just that fast. And if I was to eat pork or beef, my skin would be this way too. So anyway, I say all of that to say, initially going into this, a lot of the things for the VSG, I was not with, because I was trained opposite, like the whole yogurt and milk and eggs. I'm like, I don't eat this. And you know what? It's not that healthy for you, for real. If you do your research, it's going against the purpose of your body, and it creates mucus in your body, which ultimately causes diseases. However, I did see progress going through the VSG process to qualify for the surgery. Hence, I started out at 400. Then I followed the program and got on that wave, and I lost 350. I lost what was it, 58 pounds? Well, it wasn't 40, 58 pounds. It was like 40 ish or so. Like, so, that was the whole thing. So I stuck to it. But now, after the surgery, I still don't want to indulge in a lot of meat. I still don't think that milk is the best. I don't drink milk. I drink almond milk. But I just say that to say that this surgery is not a cakewalk. And people who get this surgery think, I mean, the first 6 months is cool, but after that, then what? Because I'm going to tell you right now, when I first got out of that surgery and they told me to take a sip to see if I was able to sip, I was, and I couldn't hold it. In the first 2 weeks, I could barely eat anything. I couldn't hold anything down. I had to drink out of a little container. We all went through that phase. Guess what? I'm a whole 22 weeks out of surgery, and I can, if you take the crust off, I don't do it a lot, but I'm just giving you an extreme situation. I can eat a half a sandwich. Some days you can eat more, some days you can eat less. It varies. I don't understand the science to that. I really don't, but I'm sure any fellow VSG people will probably understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you be like, yo, is my sleeve even working? No, you will never be able, well, you won't be able to right now eat a whole plate of food. You won't even be able to touch a whole plate of food. But like when it comes to certain foods and textures, I'm just saying you can eat more now. So no, this is not an easy solution. It's all here. It's all mental. And it still is for me. Like, some days I have bad days, some days I don't. And that's why I prompted myself to even make this video, because I feel like this helps hold me accountable. I can look back at this and get things going. I got to a point, and my homegirl, my best friend, also got the bypass. She got it a few months before me. I got to the point where I felt like I lost myself. All my vices were gone away, like food, weed. I wasn't doing that. I was fasting off of social media. I was just really in my shit. I was with Taisha. I was just really in myself. No, no bull crap. So with that being said, you really have to, it's only the strongest survive. You know what I mean? They say trust the process, and you better. I tell myself that every day. And another thing that I was doing that I would recommend you guys not do is the scale. I mean, so for me, I'm not such an emotional person as other people, so it doesn't like make me want to die, go play in traffic. But please believe that before I get in that shower, I run butt naked to the other room to stand on the scale so I can just see, just to be curious, you know what I mean? And so I'll just say all of that to say that since I'm 22 weeks post-op, what I've learned in 22 weeks after being VSG sleeved or sleeved is that this is only a tool. You ultimately have to put in the work. Nothing. So what I learned is that if you want change, you have to make change, and you have to be dedicated, and you have to be consistent, and you have to put the work in yourself. I also learned in 22 weeks after VSG surgery that mostly everybody in this world is dealing with their own shit. Even people that you don't think are normal, they're dealing with their own shit. A lot of the time, oh, well, I learned not to take things personal. And if I don't like it too much, I just exit myself out of that situation. A lot of the times, most of the things that happen to you, unless you were involved directly in something, is totally other people's shit. And it doesn't have nothing. I mean, like, you can make somebody mad just because you showed up. You ain't do nothing. You ain't cause no ruckus. But the fact that you are you and somebody else feels like, you know, they battling with their self and their self-esteem or how they look or wish they was this or that, you know, you trigger something for them. Whether that is your strength, because they seen you go through all of the changes that you've went through and you did it resilient, like you weren't suffering or crying about it. It could be because, you know, they can just really see your weight loss and wish they were in your shoes. It could be because, bitch, you lost weight and now you look like the bitch that cheated on her or something. Like, it could be for whatever reason, but I promise you, unless you really was involved or like have some ties to a situation, most of the shit that people say or do is based off of their shit, not yours. Even with weight loss, it'll be people who, like, prime example, I don't have too many skinny women say shady comments, but even if they say shady comments, I know it's because they're ignorant. Ignorant, not ignorant like, oh, that's a rude person. Ignorance because here's the thing. Not everybody in this world know about fat issues because everybody ain't fat. It is some people that I told I had the surgery to, and they like, I'm sorry, what's that? I don't know what that is. That's because they're normal size and they probably been normal size their whole life. So they don't really relate to a dietitian or a nutritionist or a surgery. What? It's foreign. So, and that's another reason why I don't say a lot of things to people, because you don't know, you know, people's interpretations of things. So anyway, I just say that to say that I learned in 22 weeks that a lot of things that happen, that will happen through this journey of weight loss, has nothing to do with you. It's just people dealing with their shit. They see your progress and, you know, you trigger something for them inside of them. You can't do nothing. You can't change. I wouldn't change. If anything, I would keep being whatever I'm doing to make that person uncomfortable. I would keep doing it, and I would do it to the 10th power. Now I would do it to as though I know they watching, so I'm going to go harder. And you know why? Because it's all about how the universe cycles around, but the main reason why is because you're helping them. You helping them. Honestly, I look at it as, you know, you guys watch TV, you love TV so much, watch me. I mean, why not? I mean, it is pressure with that. It's definitely pressure, but it's like a cycle if you think about it, and it's all in how you look at it. So you got to think of it like this. I know you're watching me. I know you're policing me, and that's uncomfortable. I do low-key want to say mind your business. But at the same time, can we keep it real? Let's just be honest. I feel like, especially for people who have food addictions, if you know people are watching you, won't you pick that apple besides that donut or that donut hole? Just saying. I mean, it will get annoying, but at the same time, if you're making good choices and people are watching you, you have no conscience or no care. Like, when people watch me at work, I don't care. You want to know why? Because I'm living in my truth. I know that you can say, oh, I seen her over there drinking juice. And girl, you know, she had the surgery and she don't be eating like she had the surgery. But it's like, you know, I'm okay knowing that because I am honestly making healthier choices. Like what I get is really healthy. The difference between their opinion and what I have is that they're uneducated. Like they don't know. They don't understand that I'm drinking juiced vegetables and fruit, no sugar added. Like they don't understand that that's really a no, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand that when I eat a skinny pop or skinny popcorn, that the calories and the carb ratio, you know what I mean? They don't understand that. Like, so I'm okay doing that and them saying something about that because they're ignorant. You know what I mean? But for other people that's on this wave, and there's some people that think they don't have to put in work for it, and you don't like the attention of people policing you, you wouldn't care so much if you made better choices. I mean, and I say that to say, you probably can get annoyed. I get annoyed sometimes because it's like I don't want all the attention, but at the end of the day, when you know what you're holding or the power you have or that you what you're doing is just or what your choices are right, I mean, why would you ever argue with something that's facts? So yeah, I went in all of that to say at the end of the day that other people's opinions and how they feel or what they say about you is only a perception from their perception. It's only a perception from, yeah, their perception. So, you know, just take it and strive. At the end of the day, when you come home, that they don't affect you. What I also know is that, so let me run back down. What people say and do to you is their shit, not yours. You just take it and say, okay. Secondly, you have to put in work. You can have faith, you can be hopeful, you can, but you have to put in work. And that is honestly just paying attention to your body, taking your vitamins, and just being in tune with yourself. I have not been taking my vitamin. Well, I have. I got some new vitamins here, actually. I'm still going to buy more because I don't think these are sufficient enough, but I still have, and this is probably backwards because I'm recording it, but this is a woman multi-day vitamin, and it has extra energy in it or whatever, but at the end of the day, it also has iron and everything else in here. I'll probably still take a gummy just to say whatever. But yeah, make sure you're drinking your water. Do the protein shakes. I have laid off of the protein shakes recently. I'm gonna try to implement them again, but I just took because I wanted to do protein. I wanted to get protein from green or plant-based things. So that's why I was trying to find other alternatives. And one of the other alternatives was the cold pressed juice. To drink the juice and get some protein if I need a protein. So that's what I've been doing. But all in all, through this, I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning everything. I've noticed that I have became more adventurous. I'm willing to try anything and everything. And I'm learning that, you know what, I used to be a yes man or so friendly and bubbly. And now I don't care. I will tell your ass off. Now I won't tell you off, but I really don't care about other people's opinions or how you feel of me no more. Before I did. For some reason, I always wanted to have people to have a good perception of me, and I just wanted to always be that fun, pretty, happy girl. Now I said what I said, and if you don't like it, bye. And I don't know if that's just me coming to love myself, and that is just something that's happening through, this weight loss journey. But, hey, it is what it is. No love lost here, but I'm not biting my tongue or nothing for you anymore. So I just wanted to check in with you guys. I have not forgotten about you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. I see you guys still liking and commenting on my other videos. Check those out if you have not. if you have any video topics or anything you want to ask that I should make a video on, you can. I'm going to get back on here. I want to do other videos besides weight loss and stuff like that. And because I do have some dating, I want to do some dating videos, in my opinion, about dating and men. So if you have any suggestions or topics for that, I definitely want to get into that. But at this point, I am 22 weeks post VSG. I feel awesome. God is great. I have lost about 63 pounds since then. And so, or 62. So, you know, no, it's about 63. It's 63. I'm just living my best life, and stay tuned. I'm going to be losing more, and just track my journey. As I always say, love is life. Life is love. You guys be blessed. Bye.